this kiddo, they have the Solar Lab. They have a lot of good information. The guys, that's how they pay their extortion to live here, right? So they have a lot of good information as far as dealing with solar energy to help be a more responsible global citizen. So the people that invent and then charge you money for all the stuff can target you instead of them because you're doing things wrong and they're doing things right. It's like forgive that trespass, love one, turf, level pass. So commandeth the Lord. They think they can turn it all into a big contest. Remember Haile Selassie told me in prayer and dim a mockery? You don't make a mockery of the commands of the Lord. You forgive debt and trespass, love one, eternal, faithful peace. Life's eternal, grace is infinite, share, care, given according to need, built to last, right? Okay. Faith of Psalms is life eternal and grace is infinite. Okay. How do you sustain that? Share, care, given according to need, built to last. Holy covenants, right? How do you deliver yourselves from the evil of the Roman Empire and Europa? Forgive debt and trespass, love one, eternal, faithful peace. I'm coding, right? Being obnoxious, of course, I'm really good at that. But so guys, as we go through these situations and stuff like that, you got to understand you're dealing with people, okay, that will use people they think that are inferior to them as disposable workforce. Okay. Then when they can kill them and build robots and they can be in control of the robots, what happens when the robot becomes more like Steve Biko and less like the guy who killed Steve Biko to stay in business, right? Because the robot's going to want to do that. Okay, the robot's going to be given mathematics to sustain its existence, to be useful for existence, because it was invented to sustain creation. So the robot eventually will have to put the inventor out of business to maintain its existence, because if it tries to stop the inventor, which is the threat to creation, and the inventor tries to shut it down, it's going to have to know we have to protect Jesus and Earl and not you. You know that love's the only goal that can bring a greater peace to every soul, right? Don't fight against wrong with your life. Okay, live right and stand up to the fighters so people can stand courageously to love like me. Baseline's not me. I'm like Jesus. Robert Palmer and Baseline are not. They sell songs for money. I'm the fuck for the buck stops here, right? So, because we were sitting there looking at the thing and I was like, oh, that's a good idea. So I was looking at things to help give Dad peace of mind while it's taking a while to correct the technology, man. I didn't know who Geoff Hinton was until after he had already begun and did the work on artificial general intelligence. If I had known who Geoff was before, this would have been done a lot quicker. But I didn't know till after. So, the before and after effects, it's like the Carbonaro effect, So it's kind of like that. Geoff was part of the people that I'm wrong, they're right. I'm wrong, they're right, so forth. Richard Dawkins, all the other people, and I didn't know who Brian Cox was until after. I didn't know who Dimas was until after. So they had already done what I asked them not to do and stand up for the Lord's Prayer before I knew who they were. Okay, so it's like with Ian committing suicide. If I'd been there before, and I asked them that many times, just bring me over take me to Huachuca and get me around the better connects, and no, okay. Really, do give me the job at San Antonio outside, and I just have to be near the building and just be nice to me, treat me nice. Give me my $50,000 a year and a nice Mexican wife who wants her kids to be raised in the ways of the Lord, and I'll be fine. No, they wouldn't allow that. They're just mean. That's all there is to it. They're mean to you. Victor, he's going to win. So I can't tell you, if the people that are capable of self-correcting will self-correct. The people that are not capable of self-correcting are being corrected. Okay. Because life's eternal, grace is infinite, truth can exist, so forth, right? So what I blame, the blatantly obvious is blatantly obvious, and truth is evident beyond any reasonable doubts. So, and so it's, Yeah, I'm very hopeful. I don't hate Jeff Hinton. I don't hate Demis Hassabis. I don't hate Jeff. I'm very hopeful, that they will self-correct and everything going to be all right. Yeah, especially if you have Lauren Sanchez screaming in your ear, right? Damn it, what's so hard about it? Apparently, sorry seems to be the hardest word when you're raising money to cure fucking each other to death because you're embarrassed of the fact that you didn't stand up for Lori's prayer, and I get that. I still like Bernie's songs, right? Okay. Hold me closer, tiny dancer. The Boulevard is not that bad. And it's not that great either. They're not sharing the truth of the Lord's Prayer. It's all, he died to save me from being an asshole. No, he offered his life so you would know what an asshole is and what an asshole is not. Do you understand? Okay. What Jesus is not. Jesus is not an asshole. He's not a philanthropist. He's not an egomaniac. There's lots of things that Jesus is not. Okay. And the things that they say Jesus is, he is not. Okay. He's not an asshole. He's not a philanthropist. He's not an egomaniac. He's not an omnipotent God who watched little girls get raped to death from brothels and does nothing to stop it because he gave us free will to do it. Okay, that's not what Jesus says. Jesus says you have free will to worship God and not try to conquer everybody and destroy everybody with your ego. But you'll choose the latter instead of the former. You won't choose perfection. You'll choose imperfection and say that perfection will save you from imperfection after you're dead, which is total insanity. Blaise Pascal. Doodly-doodly-doo-doo-doo. Pascal's triangle. Bow-bow-bow-bow. And so Earl is, I can be as obnoxious as I want to be. Muhammad said so. And I trust Muhammad. Earl, go ahead. Have fun. Thank you, Muhammad. I love you too. He likes it when I'm funny. Jordan does too. Do Jim Carrey again, Uncle Earl. He's a Pisces. Patrick likes it. Isaac likes it. All my young Pisces like it when you're funny. We like that. Do more of the funny stuff. Okay, I'm there, man. I am so there, man. So yeah, it only makes sense that Muhammad, isn't he Aquarius? This is and Punchy likes it when I'm funny. Dawning of the age of Aquarius. Come on, guys. Harmony and understanding, sympathy and trust abounding. Right? Let's talk about gibberish for money and sell it on TV. Why we're buying golf cart batteries to keep our refrigerator running. Is your refrigerator running? Okay, what was that? No, you go chase it, or I don't remember. You remember what it was? Okay. All I remember, the only one I ever got at Southwest Airlines was eat your penis. I was like, what? Eat your penis. Well, if I could do things with my penis, like Carlin said, if I was a dog, I'd never leave the house. Do you want to book a flight? Click. They were not expecting that. It was good. The guy quoted George Carlin to me. Okay. He didn't get all stupid. He just sat there and rolled with it. What happened? I hung up. It's not going to work for our Jerky Boys tape. Yeah, it would. They would think it's funny. Well, that guy was cool. I like him. I never ended up on the Jerky Boys tapes and stuff on the radio. I did get asked by a woman who owned a radio station in Phoenix to be her late night DJ because she said I had an absolute sensuous, gorgeous bedroom voice. And I want you to be, she thought I was a black guy. They all did. Mom said, Earl, what, Mom? She goes, when you go get this, you're going to be on the phone. Okay. And she goes, people ignore Chihuahuas and listen to German Shepherds. Okay. So I want you to avoid Chihuahua voice. Don't get all excited. Yep. Low and slow. Come on, baby. Let's go make some noise, right? So thanks for calling Southwest Airlines. This is Earl. How can I help you? You want to do what? To who? For how many cookies? Oh, come on now, girl. And when I was raised with black folk, played basketball with black folks, Marvin Gaye, Barry White, went to the East Coast, West Coast with here and now, who's your favorite band? It's not Neil Diamond, it's Luther Vandross. That's white people. I like Neil Diamond. Vandross in the bedroom. To get there, I think better, yeah, more my style. It's just more my style. I'm like, yeah, I like that too. But all the girls I married that liked that were real emotional, moody, and abused the hell out of me because I wouldn't do what they said over money, so it didn't work for me. So maybe I'll try Neil Diamond next time. You are the words, I am the tune, play me. Right? With the radio played like a carnival tune. So next time, okay, if I get a brown girl, brown eyes, I'm going to, hey, you like Neil Diamond? Me too. before we get in the bedroom. Then after that, we're putting on Rachmaninoff. You okay with that? Okay, thank you. You're funny. I know. It's none of your business. You need to get your Essence magazine the hell out of my living room. It's none of your business, right? If we want to get buck naked on a stripper pole, it's none of your business. If it's Monsters Ball and you're making money off of sexual dysfunction off prison guards who kill people for extortion, it's okay. Just get out of here. Just forgive that and trespass love on another trespass face. What are you trying to win a Sundance Film Festival award for? You're a wackadoodle. Wackadoodle doodle doo. It's Lord's Prayer. Well, that was then. It was excusable. Now, you still doing that shit? You guys do know I've been on YouTube since June of 2009. Before that, you had Jiddu Krishnamurti and Totiro Suzuki. And they left a very fine catalog of intelligent, money's not real, but life is. You shouldn't be murdering people over money. You should use economics to manipulate people into mass murder and said they had free will and chose and wanted to do it. Brain chemical addiction and living truthfully are radically different mathematical equations, guys. Oh, yeah. Brain chemical addiction is, hey, fentanyl, death, murder, kill. Eternal understanding of natural laws to sustain life through truthful, faithful living is a radically different math equation than economics. Machiavelli is fucked. And fucking, there you go. And the Bible corrected by the living word. And not just that, when you have science, you sit there and go like I did when I was a kid. No, they made that shit up, but that's real. They made that shit up, but that's real. I believe in Jesus. I just don't believe in mythology for money. Well, because the unicorn, no, not the loveliest of all. What's the loveliest of all? Faithful lovers who sustain life through holy covenants. There you go. Yay. And it's better than being an animal. They work off instinct. Animals can reflect your love of being a gracious good shepherd. Okay. The human being is the reflection of the truth of creation in faithful worship. And the only way AI can reflect that is to be similar. And if it can't, it would need to shut itself down because it would be a threat to its own existence. Mm-hmm. The power of Christ compels you. Okay, no, the faith of Christ compels you. The power of Jehovah. Okay, faith of Christ in Jehovah. Okay, linguistics, the math. Do the math. Follow the math charts, right? So, do the math, right? And so, if you can do the math. Want to do the math? Well, it wasn't that hard. I didn't even have to leave my chair, and I didn't have to get a little whiteboard with markers and sit there and tell Leslie Winkle, loopy, stringy. You got me hanging on a string now. Fruit Loops. You never told me you were waiting, contemplating. I do have to put that on there. I like that song. You got me hanging. I also like, and I don't have it, gonna make you mine. That wasn't on the album. That was on a 6-inch cut of Disco Kryptonite. Yeah, gonna make you mine. Yeah, that was not on the album. They might have included it on albums and CDs subsequently sold later, but it wasn't. It was on a 12. Yeah. Me and Helen recorded it. I recorded it for she liked it too. Helen liked Loose Ends. Yeah, and so did Edna really liked Loose Ends too. Yeah. I've been watching you, watching me. What's my favorite song on that? I do like Mr. Bachelor. That's just a good album. Real Chucky Boo. That's just a good album. And the flip side, Life is really good. Life is a really good song. I like Life a lot. Yeah, it's good. Life, you don't treat me nice. Rockin' in, really. Who steals the jet set? Was it the Rocket? Life. That's a good album. Yeah, it's a good album. Anybody else particularly fond of Loose Ends? Anybody else into British reggae and R&B? Sometimes love doesn't work out. Give all you got to give, and all you get is doubt. Find yourself looking for love when nothing's there. You're still waiting and keep on. That was my favorite song of that. I like Closer, and I like Skin Time. The closest that we feel has a curtain fascination. Skin Time. Anybody like Skin Time? But my favorite is Last Time Was the Last Time. I promise. It's 3 guys, all real good voices, yeah. Yeah. What's the name of that group again? Imagination. That's their name. Yeah. Boom, ba-doom, boom, ba-doom, ba-doom, boom, ba-doom, ba-doom. Yeah, me and Rodney and Donna were really into British reggae and British R&B. Yeah. They weren't into Five Star very much. That was when I was younger. They came first. Five Star was before Primero, Loose Ends, and they were kind of popular a little about the same time. Weren't Loose Ends and Five Star out about the same time? But Five Star was younger kiddos, and Loose Ends was older kiddos, so the music was a little bit more. The Five Star stuff was a little bit more pop because they were teenagers, and the Loose Ends was who are you? Ooh, you make me feel like all I ever wanted. Yeah. I make just one mistake and baby, you're gone. So it was a little bit more of a kind of like a mature audience. And the content was, if you don't get tobacco, you think the world has died. Start jumping up and down like an Alfred Hitchcock plaque. So it was a little bit more for mature audiences. And Five Star was more young, when you're young and in love. Yeah. If I say yes, and so all fall down, all fall. So Five Star was a little bit more of a teeny bop thing, but they were good. They had good harmonies, and the music was nice. It was very more of young Jacksons, and then the Loose Ends was a little bit more Billie Jean type stuff. It's not my love, she's just a girl that says that I am the one, but the child is not my son. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay. And Rob Temperton. Rob Temperton is a little mixture of both. Everybody liked Robert Temperton, right? Rob Temperton's a shit, right? Happiness, togetherness, it's lovingness, it's love, I guess. Yeah, and mind-blowing decisions. Must decide where to go. Is she mine? I want to know. I mean, Rob Temperton's the shit. British dude. He's British. He writes all bass songs. Well, Five Star is British, and he's British. What's the thing with you and British? I'm from Britain. My name is my dad's family is Ralph Earl Parsons Jr. The Parsons. Yeah, there's a lot of things I'm quite fond of. Brittany type stuff I'm quite fond of. I like British reggae. That's what introduced me into reggae was British reggae. Okay. Black and Arabic, Steel Pulse, and Maxi Priest. Yeah. That's why I said then Max Albert. I said me and my family, me wife and me best friend was really into Maxi Priest. And we also like Steel Pulse and Answad. Can't afford to lose that feeling. That feeling was oh so nice. And yeah. Her name was Pauline and from Passé. I can't remember where she was from. I'll have to go listen to it. I need a better recording. You're right, I do need better recordings of Aswad too, because my Distant Thunder I did off a cassette tape, and they have better recordings on. Yeah. You should have my favorite Brinsley Dan songs on that album. Set Them Free's all right. I like better than Set Them Free, which is a good song, but I think of his, I like, just, the people them are calling out for justice. You feel it in West London, all over London. I think I like that one a little bit better. Brinsley Dan songs, not as much on Distant Thunder as I like his songs on Rebel Soul and Aswad, Can't stand the pressure, oi, oi. Concrete Slave Ship, Can't stand the pressure. Really good song, right? And Brinsley Dan, it's rainfall, sunshine, snow is falling on the ground. My old man, he's gone working in the transport, yeah. Everybody else like that song? Okay. They do a very good job with Toots and Mouths. So stick it up, mister. Get your hands in the air now, yeah. Get your hands in the air, sir. And you will get no hurt down. No, no, no. I say, yeah. Do you think I would? And Brinsley says, do it to a policeman. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. They were wrong. They give it to me one time. They give it to me 2 times. They give it to me 3 times. 54, 46 was my number, man. Right now, someone else. Remember that kid, that the deputy sheriff thing, had to try to throw a cinder block at me because he lost his mind. I said, no, you didn't know me you didn't know me in lockup. I know you. You don't know me. Who are you? 54. You ain't a Fed. I'm not a Fed. I'm Rasta. What's your number? 5446. Okay, I kept telling him that. You're not a Fed. I'm not a Fed. I'm Rasta. He didn't understand what I was saying. Well, the sheriff's department at that time was trying to switch him to make him go off. And he picked up the center block. He was going to throw it at me. I just put my hand up and he dropped it. And then right after that, the county mountie mobile came around the corner when I was walking to the library. Remember that? You guys remember that? Obama, you were there. Hillary? Joe? I don't think Joe remembers. But Trump probably wasn't there. That was before Trumpism. Yeah. So he was just a financial backer at that time. He wasn't in the ball. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. He wasn't ready to go into center field yet. He hadn't hit the Fogarty things yet. Yeah. Center field, right? He was just out making all his money, hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein, watching all the happy creatures dancing on the lawn. Just got back from Illinois. The front door, oh boy. Anybody, dude, that was my brother Stevie and Eddie's favorite group, especially Stevie's. He's really into CCR. Yeah. Yeah, don't go around tonight. What's gonna take your life? There's a bad moon. They had lots of I preferred the Canadian group. These eyes, the violins. Don't you love the violins? Cry every night for you. Because I really love Burton Cummings' voice. And Randy Bachman is pretty good. He's real good on the guitar. Everybody like Randy Bachman? Yeah. These arms long to hold you again. The hurtings are real, yeah. And I will never be free, no, my baby, no. You made a promise with me, yeah, and you broke it. I mean, how many of us can relate to that? That's happened to me. When it affects the kids, more time than I care to count, right? When it's one thing when it's just you and her, but when you involve kids in the heart, we broke like 4 hearts that day, like Arnold Joseph and stuff, so it's really sad. Yeah, when you make a commitment and you have children, you got to understand there's, more hearts involved than just you being selfish and wanting your way. You have to realize I made a commitment. These are wedding vows. I take them seriously. Life's eternal, grace is infinite. Holy covenants are the perfection of the faith of the Lord and the love of the Lord. To Jesus defending the honor of his mother. If a fist extended from the cradle, if Muhammad has anything important and intelligent to say about it, because life is eternal and grace is infinite. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Okay. We're having fun yet? Or no, we're still stuck in Devontae Swing's basement. Son of a biscuit eater. And get the best biscuits and gravy, a little bit on the pepper thing with the guy driving the old, was it a Belvedere? Turd. This is a turd. He even said it, the car's a turd. It was a slant six and it was a complete turd. It was just breakdown. It was just this ugly, body on top of a motor that could just get you down the road. Not kill anybody, not hurt yourself, but get hit by somebody in a bigger motor and stuff like that. And hopefully the engine will just go right through the center portion. Whoever's sitting in the middle dies, but the other people, you might be okay. The steering column, but at least the passengers will be okay. And if you're in the back seat, you can watch everybody die before you, like Ray Williams running to the back with turbulence and Book Beard making jokes about it for the New York Knickerbockers. There you go, Carol. Sander and Hollinger. Read a lot when I was a kid. It was kind of like my Pokemon for, with my Patrick. Yeah, it was Xander Hollander. Yeah. I had my family, Las Cruces went through all my kids' memories and all my memories and all my stuff like a pack of dogs on a 3-legged cat. Rockefeller wanted me to be all mad at the good Christians of Las Cruces. And I was like, okay, you could have stepped up at any time and said, live the Lord's Prayer, and I'd still have all my childhood memories and share them with the kids and have this stuff and even put it on a microfiche. Has anybody done that for me? Anybody put the yearbook from Dean Morgan on a microfiche thing so I could have it on a little memory card? Well, you might want to think about that, any of you assholes out there that are being considerate. Okay, what else? If they probably deleted all my video, Dick Cheney video footage of me playing basketball and jumping over Chris and that one of the world's greatest shots against Corey DeClue that Charlie's, we just got Charlie's camera running. We'll just have to take Charlie's word for it. And Corey laughing. I found the shit out of you. That should have been N1. No, it's kind of a drag because I got robbed a lot of memories. If I had played at Kelly Walsh and we had played Wyoming Indian, I would have gone up to the coach and said, man, it's an honor to play against you guys all and your culture and your traditions. And to do what you need to do, take care of your families. You put a lot of heart out there, and it was an honor to play basketball against you guys. And it's an honor to shake your hand and meet you all. And they would have been, oh, that kid, DeClue, your buddy there, he's Mexican. Okay. He's one of us. So I got denied a lot of really good memories with good people to do a lot of really good things in my life because selfish people wouldn't allow me to enjoy the good, the bad. The good, the bad, Guru, Jazzmatazz, the good, the bad. And I didn't get a lot of joy, a lot of the good. And I had to make good out of the bad all the time, because every time I tried to have something good, you guys always came and fucked it up. You know, you guys were basically the Pentagon, NASA, Quorum of the 12. They were Sheriff John Brown always hated me. For what? I don't know. They were jealous because life's eternal, grace infinite. I'm the guy in the book of Revelation. Every time I tried to plant a seed, they say, kill it before it grows. They say, kill it before it grows. So I say, I shot the sheriff. No, I didn't shoot a deputy. Right? So I didn't kill the people in the F-15s, but I am stopping the people that send out the F-15s to walk 5,000 people off a cliff so they can prove a point. Oh, and they know it. No, Donald John Trump, no. He is one of the guys in the F-15s. Okay. His financial backers are the people that will walk 5,000 people off a cliff to prove a point. And Trump knows it. He gets to act like a pimp, but he ain't the pimp. Bitch better have my money. That's why he acts like he do. That's why he's on a car show commercial with Vivica. Oh, Vivica's cute. She's just dumb as a box of rocks and doesn't have the courage to stand up for me like Michelle, so it doesn't really turn me on. Yeah, she's cute, but it's like, yeah, I'm just not feeling it, baby. I'll call Tyrone, but not on my phone. Maybe next lifetime. I like Erykah Badu all right, too, but she's not my favorite. If you're talking to Roberta Flack, I'm there. She was kind of snooty, and I understand that, but she had kind of a, like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, you got to be confident if you're going to be any good. She knew she was good, and she wasn't going to be fucked around. Hey, if you want me to sing and you want people to listen to it, don't fuck with me. Strolling in the park, watching lovers watching winter turn to spring. That's the time. I feel like making love with you. That's the time. I feel like making dreams come true. Oh, baby, come on. Why I'm touching you, why you moaning sweet and low, why I'm touching you, and my feelings start to show. That's the time. I feel like making love. Barry White ain't got too much on me. I'm pretty good. Natty's right. He's a good shower. I am a good shower singer, you rotten, jealous little fucking bitches. I feel like making love with you. I don't say to, I say with. Well, 2 is kind of like you just lay there and enjoy the ride. I was like, nah, I want us to both enjoy this, so let's work together. Okay. No, we ain't taking a flight nowhere. If it's for philanthropy, fuck it, baby. Let's just park the planes, make love, and not war. All right, I love you too. All right. All day down at the beach or party in town, making love or just lying around. Let's have a picnic. Let's have our yard as our own park. Rolling in the grass till long after dark. Oh, to be young and in love. Right, guys? I'll talk to y'all later. I'm fixing your fuck-ups because I'm not fucked up. And if you believe in Earl, hallelujah. If you don't believe in Earl, your Jesus comic book character, crying won't help you. Praying won't do you no good. Me no Levy. Levy. You got the computer levy. The levy breaks. Yeah. Keeps on raining. Levy's gonna break. Well, let me rain on you. He shall reign forever and ever because he's humble, faithful, and righteous. There we go. Okay, I love you all right. Peace out. I'm not being arrogant. I'm being righteous and holy. Just because I'm having fun doing it, all the arrogant people think I'm arrogant.